Today I'm going to share with you how to make a hand stabilizer. You have a wand that would look like this. You have a base like this and there's some wire going, and then you have to run your wand through the wire without touching the wire. If you touch the wire, then there's normally a buzzer or a light bulb that will come off that will indicate a failed try, and then you have to try it again. For this project you need a base, and we already made the base, but if you happen to want to make it from the scratch, you need a wooden base. It doesn't need to be wood, but something that is heavy so that it would have nice stability on the ground or on the surface that you put it on. The length really doesn't matter. I don't think you need to make it a lot shorter because then it becomes not very fun. This base is equipped with two dowels, a battery holder. This holds two AA batteries and it's already glued. And this is called the light bulb holder, and this is the light bulb that we're going to use. These you can buy from some science stores, maybe Mastermind. It's used for flashlights, and this is where you put the light bulb, twist in, and then you want to make sure that the bottom of the light bulb will touch the brass base of this battery holder. You don't have to use this kind of light bulb holder. You can also use this kind which has two terminals. Of course, the same idea, and some people would like to use a buzzer, and would be the same idea, two terminals or two wires coming out from the buzzer. So this one, instead of lighting up, it will buzz and then it will indicate that your try was not successful. So we are going to check our light bulb first. The battery holder will hold two AA batteries. You don't need a switch for this project, so I'm just using a normal battery holder. It is a 3-volt light bulb, so you can use one battery, but it will give you a little bit of a dimmer light. You can use two AAA batteries. That would be fine as well. So I'm going to connect these terminals or the wires coming out from my battery holder. Okay, you can see that the light comes on. The reason that it's flickering because the connections are not solid. I can also check it with the buzzer. The buzzer has a polarity, so it's sensitive to what kind of voltage for the positive and negative. So if you want to check the buzzer, make sure that the red wire is connected to the red wire of the buzzer and the black one is connected to the buzzer. The buzzer is working, the batteries are working. Now if I change the polarity, or if I change the wires, you can see that you won't hear any noise coming out from the buzzer. Unlike the buzzer, the light bulb really does not sort of care of which wire is connected to which. So for this project we're going to use a light bulb, not a buzzer. Now I'm just going to put this aside. The first thing that we're going to make or to put together is the wand. So this is your wand, and it consists of a piece of wire, and this wire you can buy them from dollar stores or Home Depot, Lowe's, and also a ring like this. This is a fairly large ring. The size of it doesn't matter. So you will want to make a wand like this. What I would do is I use a plier and I bend one tip of the wire a little bit, just like this, and then I run it through the ring. For this purpose I could run it through both the two rings rather than one, and then I use the plier to press it a little bit to make it a little bit more secure. As you can see, it is still a little bit loose. So what I would use is this aluminum tape. I cut a little piece, it peels off. You sort of play around with it, securing the wire into the ring. Now this is a conductive tape, so if your wand goes through the path of the wire and it touches over here, it is still going to indicate is fairly dry. When you use it too much, you may feel that it's coming loose. Just put another tape or layer of tape on top of it and it will work. So that is your wand, and put this aside. The next part is to make the path that will go from one column to the other, and then that would be the path that your wand is going to go through. Now the path that I made is like this. The wire that you need is about 1 meter long. This is the wire that we're going to use, and what you need to do is they normally come in a coil. Open it for about 1 meter and cut it and straighten it out and make up your own path. You could make letters of alphabet, whatever you like. Just make sure that you need a little bit of this wire to be reserved for this part that is going to be taped to this part, and a little bit on the other side. So if I hold it on top of the base, you can see that it sort of fits as nicely. There's a little bulge in the middle, but once it is all secured, we can fix that. For this path, perhaps the first part is a bit easy. There may be a little bit challenge over here at the end. Now we have to make a closed circuit out of this loop and the battery, as well as the light bulb hole. So in order to do that, I will choose one of these wires, connect it to this side, to one side, either this one or that one, but this is closer to this side. Fold it a little bit and push it through one end of this light bulb holder. If you have enough room, give it a little bit of a twist, but at the end we are going to tape it, because I would like to complete the circuit and make sure that it's working, and if it is working, then we're going to secure them with some tape. Now the other part of this light bulb is going to be attached to this wire. The other side of this light bulb holder has to attach or to connect to this end of the path or the loop. You can see that there is a little bit of a space, and if I hold my loop over here, I need a wire that will be about this much long. Cut it a little bit longer, and just in case if I need to, if I didn't need that much, I can just sort of twist it like this. So we need to skin both ends of these wire. You can use a wire stripper, would be a wiser thing to do. So I'm going to use this wire. Now as you can see that both ends of this wire are stripped. So one side will go to the other, to this end of the light bulb, and the other side has to go connect to this part of my loop. Now in order to do that, what I would suggest is bend this end a little bit, like a little loop, and then close it so that it will look like this. Run my wire that I just showed you, and then make this connection. Of course this is a little bit loose, so I'm going to use a piece of tape. So as I mentioned, the other part goes to this side. Now before I continue again, I would like to check to see if so far my connections all work. So the electricity is going to come through the battery, through this side of the light bulb holder, going to the light bulb, and then from here goes to the end of this. So if I connect these two together, I am creating a complete circuit or a closed circuit, and then you can see the light is coming on. So far we should be fine. So now what I would like to do is secure this end to the pole. There are several ways that you can do. You can use duct tape. So I'll cut about 2 inches. It's the first tape to secure it. A little bit more tape, maybe 2 more. I use another one for down here. Tape twice, and I'm going to use one for the middle part too. One more time, let's try to see if we are not missing anything. No, we're all good. Perfect. Remember when we talked about, we said that this is going to be like this. Here is where you can always do some adjustment. So the next part is connecting this or taping this part to this pole. But before doing that, you need to run your wand through this loop. Then we're going to use 2 pieces of tape and tape this part now to this pole. Now there's another way to do it. If you can make a little hole inside this pole, then you can, we already did that, you can push this inside the pole. If that is that's an alternative that you can do, or you can just tape it. This seems nice and secure. Well, maybe I'll use another piece. You could also use duct tape for this side if you choose to do so. Okay, so now my path is sort of complete. I can see that I am going this way and then coming down. If you don't like this, you can always make some changes, for example, like this. The last part is we have to make a connection from this end that is not connected to the end of this wand. Before doing that, I would like to check one more time to make sure that this circuit is closed. So if I touch my free end of the wire coming out from the battery holder to the wand, you can see that as the wand touches the wire, the light comes on, and I remove it from touching the wire, the light comes off. Last thing that you want to do is to make a connection or to attach this wire to the end of this one. So we need a little piece of wire to make this connection, but you want to make sure that you have enough room for your wand to move freely and back. So this is sort of, you have to guess how much wire you need. Be a little bit more liberal in choosing the length. Choose a little bit more in this case, so that you don't have to add another piece in case if you go short. So to connect the wire to the wand, what I would like to do is bend the wire, the end of the wand a little bit. I already bent this part. I'm going to use some electrical tape to tape it. You could solder it if you want. This is done. Let's just one more time check, see if the connection is, well, you can see that when these wires touch, the light does not come on, and then I have to push the connection for the light to come on. That means that the connection over here is loose. So I will use my plier to see if I can fix it without removing the tape. So the last step is to make the last connection. So this is the other end. I just removed some of the insulation from loose wire coming out from the battery, and so I'm going to bend this part. You can see that it's coming on now. So I am going to remove this one to this part that there's no connection and there's no flow of electricity, so that I can complete this part without the light coming on. One last time, let's check to see if all the connections are working, and you can see that they are. There's a little loose wire here, so in order to sort of secure them, I would use a little tape to secure this part and also the other part. And this last part is this part that I'm going to just maybe fold it like this. Glue gun to glue it, or just a piece of tape. Now, some people I have seen that they use dowel for this part. It's really up to you. There are many variations that you can choose and you can do, but they all follow the same principle. I hope that you come up with your own design. Well, enjoy it and see you next time.